Welcome back. An increased number of deaths amongst Māori and Pacific Island mothers and babies has many people calling for change. But as Lacey Wilson discovered, before a change can occur, more needs to be done to uncover the reasons behind the mortalities.
The Perinatal and Maternal Mortality Review Committee advises the Ministry of Health on how to reduce the death of babies and mothers in New Zealand. Last week, the committee released their fourth report, which shows Māori and Pacific Islanders have a higher rate of mortality than other ethnicities.
What it tells us is that we now know that those women are more likely to have a perinatal death, so that can give us some information when we're midwives or any carer is looking after those women that we need to be aware of in terms of the care that we provide.
The perinatal period is between 20 weeks of pregnancy to 28 days after birth. And midwives argue a large number of factors affect mothers and babies during this time.
A lot of it is about deprivation, socioeconomic variables, living in poverty, then your ability to access care, to eat well, to look after yourself, to have a safe place for your baby to sleep, a separate cot for your baby to sleep if you smoke during pregnancy. You have limited access to those sorts of resources, and they are things that are perhaps beyond the reach of the health system alone. It's a much broader issue.
The report calls for more research, a move which has been welcomed by those in the sector.
I would hope so. I think now we've got some really interesting and broadening our understanding of what the reasons might be. So it would be great to see more research, more specific research.
The Māori midwifery group refused to appear on camera, but released this statement saying out of an estimated 2,000 midwives, around only 8% are Māori, and they feel addressing this issue should also be part of the solution. Others say it will take a government-wide initiative to reduce these deaths.
I think it's a cross-sector response. I don't think it's just health, though. I think it's social, economic, education. It's broad. It really is. It requires a government response across the board.
But for those in the sector, it's now a matter of waiting for the government to make the next move. Lacey Wilson, Metro News.
One Christchurch gymnast is embarking on a quest of a lifetime, and she's only 14. Ashley O'Neill is hoping to represent New Zealand at the next Commonwealth Games, and as Lacey Wilson found out, she's doing everything she can to make it happen.
She may be young, but Ashley O'Neill has already found her passion.
It's a graceful sport, and it's sort of like got a background of ballet, and I like ballet, and it's like good fitness, and I meet lots of new people and travel lots.
So how much training does it take to become world class?
22 hours a week, and it's basically like the same every day. I get up, do schoolwork, then go to gym. But as the competitions start coming, then I'll start training more during the day. Yeah, as well as nighttime.
Ashley is so committed to her sport, she travelled to Russia last year to train.
I think I came back a better gymnast because I was always with coaches, and they were quite harsh.
And she wants to return next August. But it doesn't come cheap. In fact, the 3-month trip will cost around $15,000.
Well, you can't say no, because when you've got someone that has shown a natural talent in a short space of time, you can't say no to it. So you get behind your child and you do everything in your ability to get her there. It is hard to get the funding for a minority sport, and an individual particularly, so we do need to fundraise and go for different options.
However, despite the cost, Ashley feels the trip to Russia will be crucial to achieving her main goal.
Just to become the better gymnast that I want to be, and so that I can qualify for the Commonwealth Games in 2014.
So with all the drive and determination, it seems this Canterbury team will be one to watch. Lacey Wilson, Metro News.
And now to our Volunteer of the Week, and this time it's all about unfinished business. I discovered a truly inspirational story about a son following in his father's footsteps.
For Tony King, it began with a determination to continue a legacy.
My father used to, when he passed away in 1997, and I came along to find out what he used to talk about the kids, and I came along to find out what it was all about. So I've been coming ever since.
Tony volunteers at Parafed's after-school program for children with disabilities and is glad to be continuing his father's work.
You probably would have worried that there was a gap there, that somebody needed to go along and help.
13 years on though, and it's a love for the cause and the children that keeps him coming back every week.
They're all great kids. They're all different. And I mean, there's a lot of able-bodied kids who've got more greater disabilities than these kids have a go at anything.
For kids like Marinka, this once-weekly program is a gift.
Basically now we're doing parachute games. We do a different thing each week. And I enjoy just getting out and having fun with other kids like me.
But it's not just the activities the children enjoy, it's the close friendships they form with the volunteers.
They love the volunteers. There's some specifically that will look for the volunteers, until they get here. They ask, when's so-and-so coming, where's so-and-so, how come they're not here today?
And it works both ways.
You go see them every once a week, and they kind of, you see them more than you do, cousins and, relations kind of thing. So they become kind of part of the family.
So what began as a tribute to a memory has left Tony with more family than ever before. Gina, Grbic, Metro News.
And that's Metro News for this week and this year. We've really enjoyed working on the show, and before we go, we want to thank you for watching and supporting us over the past 8 weeks. We hope you'll see us again on our screens in the future. We leave you now with some of our favourite footage from both behind the camera and in front. Thank you and good night.